Hey, how's it going? It's Jemiah's World here. Yes, we are here back with another video. This is my first book haul of 2025. You guys are going to be getting every book I've been accumulating just to do a big book haul and show you guys all the books that I have accumulated as this year has just been going. One thing about me is if I enjoy a book, I want to get the whole series sometimes. If I'm getting recommended books, I'm going to get the whole series. So make sure you guys drop all your recommendations, whether it's indie author, traditional. Let me know in the comments. We're going to get right into it. But before we do, make sure you guys hit all those things. Like, comment, share, and always hit the subscribe button before we start out. Yes, your girl is on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And we're going to continue to give you these bangers. So make sure you guys do all those things and let's get into it. So we're about to get started. It is a bunch of books. Some of them not going to be giving synopsis. Some of them are. These are books that I have just been accumulating. I just been realizing I have got a bunch of books and I haven't hauled any of these. So we're going to have a grand total as to how many books this is going to be at the end of the video. Make sure you guys are counting. And yeah, after I read 13 by Steve Kavanaugh, one thing about it, I was like, I need the whole series. I need to start over. I need to see what Eddie Flynn, where he came from, what he's been doing from the beginning. So I got a couple of those books from the Eddie Flynn series that Steve Kavanaugh has curated and created very magnificently. We have The Devil's Advocate by Steve Kavanaugh. This is a part of the Eddie Flynn series, 50/50. I don't even know if I'm going in the right order. This is how I just bought them. I think I'm missing 2 books. We have The Liar by Steve Kavanaugh, The Plea by Steve Kavanaugh, and we have The Defense by Steve Kavanaugh. I am missing Witness 8, which came out this year as well. Definitely going to be picking those up very soon once I decide to get started with the series because I love this type of thriller. Like, this is my bag. This is like the Law and Order detective style thriller. And Steve Kavanaugh has became one of my favorite authors in this space. He knows how to write characters and tell a story in a very cinematic form. I cannot wait to get into this series. I'm literally going to just leave majority of the month for this series because it's one of those series where you just want to keep continuing to see what Eddie Flynn, which is the main character of this entire series, is doing as these books go on. And if you decide not to read the whole series, you don't have to. These are interconnected standalone books, but I just wanted to start over because after 13, I was like, where did Eddie Flynn come from? How did he get to this point? Then once I found out it was a series, I was like, yeah, we're going back. The next book in this book haul we have is called Everyone is Watching by Heather Gudenkoff. This is supposed to be like a reality TV show type of book. It's a bunch of people coming together in one house to see who's going to win this money. It's a bunch of cameras everywhere. This sounds like a combination of like Big Brother, The Real World. I'm excited. I love this type of style because that is definitely my generation. And it is a thriller, so you know something crazy is gonna happen. Definitely had to pick this one up, and this is something that I feel like is gonna be nostalgic if it's done right. I decided to pick up UK versions of Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Love this cover and this one. I have not started this series yet because I just don't know when I want to. Okay, but once I do, you guys will know. I got the paperback versions because I want to annotate and just really deep dive and write and highlight all through it. I have hardcovers. I'm going to just keep those how they are. If this series is what you guys have been saying it has been in this book community space, you guys will be seeing more copies of these in different forms. I have a series here that has been talked about. This has been raved about. One of my favorite booktube creators right here on YouTube has been talking about this and has been recommending it. This is a thick mama, okay? We have The City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards. I love a thick book. You got me there. This book is huge. We're gonna read the synopsis. I love the cover. The fantasy space, they just convinced me to get stuff. It says, death is only the beginning. Lauren Calla has only ever been ordinary, as a human struggling to survive in a city that caters to the needs of vampires, werewolves, witches, and other supernatural creatures. She always assumed her life would remain simple, predictable, and as safe as her world would allow. Until she barely escapes abduction at the hands of dark slayers, supernatural bounty hunters that possess the sight, a magic tracking ability that allows them to see a person's aura, and one of her friends is taken in her place. The abductors are demanding a ransom, Lauren's life in exchange for her friend's safe return. This sounds like a banger. This is gonna be a journey though. But am I here for it? Yeah. Dark slayers, werewolves, vampires, witches. There's so many different creatures in this story. And this is just book 1. There's 2 more books to this series. And I think they get thicker and thicker as it progresses. I don't know when I'm going to pick this up, but I definitely had to grab it. I got convinced, and just based on the synopsis, this sounds like it's going to be a great choice. The next book I decided to pick up was something that was interesting to me. It sounds like they're not supposed to go into this water. A lot of things are happening in their personal life. And I just got captivated by the cover. It's gorgeous. And it looks like it's going to be like really eerie and interesting. So I was just like, why not grab it? This book is called We Don't Swim Here by Vincent Torrado. And we're going to get a little bit into the synopsis. I've read a little bit prior, but I want to give you guys a little snippet as well, because it sounds like it's going to be interesting with some historical fiction elements as well. Bronwyn is only supposed to be in rural Hillwoods for a year. Her grandmother is in hospice, her father needs to get her affairs in order, and they're all meant to make some final memories together. Except Bronwyn is miserable. Her grandmother is dying, and everyone is standoffish. All she hears are warnings about going in the water, despite a gorgeous lake, and a pool at the abandoned rec center, and another in a high school basement. So this sounds like they're just not supposed to get in the water, period. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm like, I wanna know why they can't get in the water either. So this is something that's gonna be like just hanging over my head until I get into the story. I had to pick this one up. This cover is gorgeous, and I feel like it's gonna give me some type of message that it's not giving me in the synopsis, which is great. So definitely have to grab this. Don't know when I'm gonna check it out, but it's definitely on the TBR, so I'll definitely be able to check it out once I feel like it's the time to do so. And I got a couple books from one of my book talk besties. She was doing an unhaul, so I was like, unhaul them over here to your girl. I don't know why I did that. I have so many books on my TBR, but why not? Now these books are brought to a new home. The first book we got from this unhaul, and it got sent right to my shelf, is called Ever the Brave by Erin Summerill. This is supposed to be a Clash of Kingdoms novel. So it sounds like it's supposed to be a part of a series. I have the first one. I believe I have the second one as well. And I don't even know what this is about. It says Ever the Feared, Ever the Wicked. It looks like it's supposed to be like in medieval times, just based on the writing on the cover as well as the emblems on the background of the cover. I'm not even gonna read it. I'm just gonna, when it's time, it's time. And it's like, why not? This is a free book. If I don't enjoy it, I can just gift it to someone else. And this next book I also got from her unhaul. This is called Pucking Around. This is by Emily Raff. This is a story that I have seen in these book streets, and it's supposed to be a hockey romance, more so on the dark romance side. I read my first hockey romance with Mile High, and I absolutely loved it. This book is huge. I don't know what they could be saying in this many pages, but I have the first book, so if I enjoy it, I will definitely begin the rest of the series. This is a book that I have seen all over the book talk community. It's been yay or nays for a lot of people, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about it yet. Definitely gonna read the synopsis because I don't remember what it's about, but it's supposed to be about like new magic, Japanese style, some like sort of contortion with the Yakuza, and we are definitely going to check it out when it's the time to do so. This is called Jade City by Fonda Lee, and let's get into a little bit of the synopsis so we can have a little bit of a snippet to see what's going to go down. For centuries, honorable greenbone warriors have used magical jade to enhance their abilities and defend the island of Kekon from foreign invasion. Now the war is over and a new generation vies for control of Kekon's bustling capital city. 4 siblings of the powerful Kull family must prepare for battle, and the fragile peace between the clans is about to break. That's all they gave us. Once it's time to read this, we're going to check it out. Again, I got convinced to pick this up. I heard it was very interesting and a new style of fantasy. So Don't know what's gonna happen, but once we get into it, you guys will definitely be getting the exclusive on how I feel about it as I go on and read through it. The next book in this haul we have is from one of my book besties, Unhaul. This is the second book in the one I just showed you guys. The first book in this series is one I have on my shelf. It's called The Forever Brave. This is the second book, and it is called Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerhill. And again, this is a Clash of Kingdoms novel. And this second one says, Ever the Outcast, Ever the Brave. These covers are gorgeous. I love the emblems and how it looks. And I just don't know what's gonna happen. It has a bow and arrow in the middle of the title. So once I feel like getting to this one, I'm definitely gonna check it out and definitely give you guys the review if I feel like it's worth giving. This is a book as well I got from that haul that she gave to me. She probably gave me like 7 books. And this one's called The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. I have one book already on my shelf by Alexis Henderson. She is supposed to be really good at writing and character development. We're going to check out the synopsis because I have no idea what this one is about, but I've been hearing it is very similar to Sinners the movie, and if you know, you know. In the lands of Bethel, where the prophet's word is law, Emmanuel Moore's very existence is blasphemy. Her mother's union with an outsider of a different race casts her own proud family into disgrace. So Emmanuel does her best to worship the Father, follow holy protocol, and lead a life of submission, devotion, and absolute conformity like all the other women in the settlement. But a mishap lures her into the forbidden dark woods surrounding Bethel, where the first prophet once chased and killed 4 powerful witches. Their spirits are still lurking there, and they bestow a gift on Emmanuel, the journal of her dead mother, who Emmanuel is shocked to learn once sought sanctuary in the woods. I feel like they didn't give me anything. Like, they just told me a little bit about where they are, how the women are supposed to be acting in their community, and we'll see what happens. I feel like it's like an eerie, witchy type of story. So this sounds like something I can definitely read when it starts to get a little bit colder. August, September, October vibes. Definitely gonna check it out. I love the cover. And the next book I have is Night Shift. This is by Anne Crown, and I just thought this would be a cute little romance. I'm not into romance like very heavy, but when I feel like maybe I'll read this one once I feel like reading a fluffy romance, and this one seemed like it would be that type of vibe. Not sure how I feel about it yet. Let me know in the comments if you've checked this book out, and I'm just thinking it's fluffy based on the cover. This could be a whole different swing, you know? And that's one thing about covers. They will definitely trick you to think like, oh, it's just a little fluffy college romance. You just never know. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this book, if you've read it or not. And yeah, I was like, why not add this into the stack of things you don't want so I could check out potentially or gift to someone if I don't enjoy it as I progress and decide to read it. We have an entire series, okay? We have an entire series, and this is none other than the Boys and Tommen series. This is a series that everyone I have seen all over Book Talk, BookTube. I've seen this literally on the Google streets at this point. This story in this series has been very captivating, to say the least, for a lot of people. And I was like, well, since we're here, might as well get the whole series. Because you never know, it might captivate me as well. We have the entire Boys and Tommen series. We have Binding 13, Keeping 13, Saving 6, Redeeming 6, and Taming 7. I believe the other book in this series just released, so I am definitely going to be getting that to add to the stack as well. These books are not little. These books are thick, and I heard it's very trigger warning heavy and very, very emotionally damaging, and I don't know when I'm going to get into them. But once I do, you guys will know. And when it's time, it will be time. We have a series that when I first started Book Talk and when I started creating content on bookish things, period, this is the first dark romance series I've seen, and that is a good start to get into. If you're just diving into dark romance, this is none other than the Maid series. We have the entire Maid series by Danielle Laurie. This is book 1, The Sweetest Obsession, The Maddest Obsession, and The Darkest Temptation. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm just gonna go in. I love the covers. They're very like sturdy, and I just like how they look. It's giving me like a casino type of vibe with book 1. And I don't know how it's gonna go. It might not be a casino, it might be something based on relationships, who knows. But I had a feeling this series was gonna be really good. I've been hearing the best things about this series, and I hear it's not like too intense on the smutty side, like it has plot as well. So I definitely wanted to get these three to add to my TBR and to eventually read in unison and check out once I feel like it's the time to do so. And these are two books I just recently received. The third book has just came out, and it is the final book in the Skyland series. We have book 1 by Kennedy Ryan, Before I Let Go. Book 2 by Kennedy Ryan, This Could Be Us. And I heard Kennedy Ryan's writing is impeccable. It is very realistic romance, and I am not really big on the romance space, but I definitely want to check out Kennedy Ryan because I have just been getting recommended her so many times as a person who reads more so thriller horror style. And I can't wait to check this out. I can't wait to get into this series, get into these characters and into their world. And I know majority of you guys have read this series, but let me know in the comments because I know these are going to be good and they're going to be like heart-wrenching. Once I feel like it's the time to do so, I will definitely be reading them, and I will definitely be getting book 3 because the covers are like, what? Amazing. This is a book I feel like I had to get. I got it in NetGalley a couple months ago and just like blew it off because I didn't know what it was, and now I'm regretting it because I heard this is like just not a regular horror. This has so many more elements to it. This is called Model Home. This is by River Salome. And let me give you guys a little bit of the synopsis as well because it sounds like it's going to be like just deeper than what's on the surface. The 3 Maxwell siblings have kept their distance from the lily white gated enclave outside Dallas where they grew up. It wasn't being the only Black kids in the neighborhood that pushed the children to flee, but rather the strange and inexplicable things that began to happen in the house as soon as they moved in. Was it some cosmic trial, a demonic rite of passage into the upper class? Whatever it was, the Maxwells, steered by their formidable mother, stayed put, unwilling to abandon their home, terrors, and trauma be damned. Sounds like a Black family moving to the upper class, and a lot of things were happening that they did not expect. And I feel like it might go deeper and deeper as the story progresses. This book is supposed to be a really good story, and I can't wait to check this one out. This one might be coming way sooner than you guys think because just based on the synopsis, I feel like it's going to be something that has a message on top of having that message. Is going to be very, very interesting. And I have one more book here for you guys. It is called Don't Tell Me How to Die. This is by Marshall Karp. I definitely want to read the synopsis because it literally blew my entire mind and it made me feel like this can happen in real life. And it made me feel like it could be turned and contorted into a movie as well because it was giving action-packed in cinema for sure. I have one thing to do before I die and time is running out. I had it all, a fantastic husband, 2 great kids, an exciting career. And then at the age of 43, I found out I would be dead before my next birthday. My mother also died young. I was 17 and she warned me that women would flock to my suddenly single father like a stray cats to an overturned milk truck. They did, and one absolutely evil woman practically destroyed his life, mine and my sister's. I am not letting that happen to my family. I have 3 months and I plan to spend every waking minute searching for the perfect woman to take my place as Alex's wife and mother to Kevin and Katie. This is insane. You're probably thinking she'll never do it. Did I mention that in high school I was voted most likely to kill someone to get what she wants? This sounds like it's gonna be very funny and interesting. Like, she is determined, okay? And she's gonna do whatever she can to make this happen and make everything just fall into place and be perfect before she goes. I cannot wait to check this one out. This sounds funny. It sounds like it could be turned into a movie, and you guys will definitely be getting the review on this one because it sounds like it's going to be a mess. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. Again, make sure you guys do all the things, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these books that are in my haul. And it is still 2025. We are still stepping on people's necks and doing our best. Make sure you guys stick true to you and just continue to do what you want to do and be glad in that. Make sure you guys stay locked in because we have a lot more coming and it's coming in hot. And see you guys soon.